my last 2 weeks in Korea, and of course now I decide that I want to vlog something. I'm usually not much of a vlogger. I don't really like filming stuff outside of my comfort zone, which is the kitchen usually. But I figure why not get a head start on the new year while I've still got a few interesting things I'm going to be doing here in Korea. And vlog the last like 2 weeks of my time in Korea before I go back to England. I got quite a few things lined up for this last 2 weeks. One of the first things I need to do is actually just get all my stuff ready for when I leave. So I've got like a couple ferments which I might need to either finish up early or pack up for long term. I'll have to like entrust it to my mom and dad to hopefully take care of them. And then today we're going to be going out for lunch with my dad. And then tomorrow I'm going to Seoul. Then on Sunday I'm going to Jeju for a couple of days. And after Jeju I'll come back here, pack up everything, and then go back to Seoul for the last week before flying back to England. So that's going to be quite a fun-filled 2 weeks. So about 2 weeks ago, I started this 2-stage makgeolli, which is like a Korean rice wine. I didn't make this for a video, but this was more of an experiment in case I wanted to make a video in the future, which I probably will. And when I say 2-stage, the first stage uses powdered glutinous rice, nuruk, and water. Then in the second stage, I added more rice and then let it ferment until I don't see any more activity. I actually added green tea powder to this one, which I picked up in Halong, a famous green tea growing region nearby. And as you can see, it's taken on a really nice green color, so I'm excited to see how this turns out. All I have to do now is just strain this through some fine cheesecloth to separate the rice solids from the liquid, and then water it down a bit to bring down the alcohol percentage. Now this tasted pretty good. It was creamy, it was a little bit tart, but quite sweet. And the green tea comes out a lot more floral than I expected with no bitterness at all. When I go back to England, I'll probably make a long video on this process of the 2-stage makgeolli, fermentation, and maybe even a 3-stage rice wine video too, but those will most likely take a month or two to ferment.
Most of the cars that came down here were people going out on the breakwater fishing. They weren't coming to see this.
tomorrow I'm going up to Seoul, which means I do need to do a little bit of packing in this house. But before I do that, I figure maybe you should do a little house tour, because I've been doing loads of videos in here for the past 6 months. Some of them have been really, really good videos, got millions of views, but never really done like a house tour of this house that I've been staying in. So this is the kitchen. This is where I film all my videos, mostly. I got my light here, and then there's the background kitchen. This is a house that my parents bought sometime last year or the year before as like a little, I don't know, like a holiday home, guest house, which is also, they're also gonna like try and like, not Airbnb it, but sort of like, in Korea they call these things, in Korea they have these things called pensions, which is basically just like a house which they rent out, sort of like an Airbnb, but a little bit more like a hotel than an Airbnb. But for the time being, I'm staying here. But you know, I'm gonna be gone in 2 weeks, so they're gonna probably rent it out again. But like I said, kitchen over here, living room over here, which not really a living room. We decided to omit the sofa and go for a long table, which has the view outside. And then my mom decided to go and put a giant TV here as well. If you've seen any of my videos, you know that this view is amazing. And actually right now, the sun is gonna get pretty low, and I think the sunset's gonna be really nice, so hopefully you can grab a shot of the sunset going down. So moving from the kitchen to this way is the master bedroom, and also the doorway here. Master bedroom's not much. It's not being, I'm not using this room, I'm using a different room. But in here I do have my persimmons, which are from like a week ago. I got them drying in here because when in the mornings and throughout the afternoon, the sun comes through this window and it hits them perfectly. So I got those there drying out. I'm gonna give them another week and see how much drier they get. Right now they're not too bad. They are getting there, but these are quite big persimmons, so they're gonna take a while to dry out properly. And of course the massage chair. Moving to the other side of the house, another bedroom in here, another TV, but this one's empty as well. And then we're gonna go into my room, which is a mess because I'm kind of currently in the middle of packing. This is where I sleep. It's my desk, which has just got kind of like skincare on it because that's where I do my skincare in the morning and the evening. Big window for another view there, which is really nice. Sun comes in the morning, wakes me up naturally, which is amazing. It's my favorite way to wake up. And this is kind of like just where I set up and do all my video editing and stuff. I record my voiceovers here, edit my videos here, and everything. And I know the one thing everyone wants to see is like how many ferments I've got going on here, and or just how many projects in general. So let's have a look around. Under the sink, I've got two here, which I didn't actually do videos for these, but these are meads. This one is a much stronger mead than this one because this one I accidentally added too much honey, but they both have yuzu in them. So that's yuzu peels in the top there. These are still, as you can see, they're still bubbling away. So I'm gonna leave these for another week and see how they do. I might be able to re-rack them next week and put them into long-term storage until I come back. But if not, I'll have to ask my parents to do that for me, which I don't know if they're really gonna be able to do properly without contaminating it. In the back here, we've got a couple more experiments. I did record this one, but I don't know if I actually will make a video of it because it doesn't actually taste that great. And then this is just my ginger bug, which I'm planning on making a video on, but I don't know if I'll have time this time around to do it. Up there, I've got the Chinese date chung, which I've just left at room temperature to see what happens. I actually haven't checked that in like a week or two, so I don't know if it's still good or not. Up here is soju infused with yuzu peels. This one didn't really turn out too good because it tastes funny. It tastes really like chemically weird, a bit like cleaner, so I don't know if I'm gonna keep that. I might throw that one out. In the fridge, I've got the passion fruit chung, which is still left over from a couple weeks ago, maybe about a month ago. Still going good, really, really tasty. And behind it, we've got the grape chung, which I made in a video. And then behind that is the yuja chung, the yuzu chung, which is still dissolving, but I'll leave that in there until next week. Try and finish that off next week. Here I have a couple ginger beers, which I'm fermenting. This is a ginseng honey wine. And then I have a bunch of these lemonades, which I bought these bottles because they're really good for fermenting, which you can see I have here, which I'm doing. Down there is just a box of fruit and stuff, which I was using for videos. Don't know if I'll get around to being able to do that this time around, so I might have to give those back to my mum. But I don't really have much time to do many more videos at the moment because I am going to Seoul and I can't really do food videos while I'm in Seoul, so I want to give vlogging another try. I need practice doing vlogging because I figure I do so much stuff, interesting stuff, but I never record it. So I figure I might as well start recording it because I think I can make good videos, but I'm not very good at recording in public. So this is good practice, I guess. So for the next couple of days, I'm going to try my best to record every day because this next week is going to be quite fun. I'm going to be going to Seoul, watching the World Cup. Then I'm going to Jeju to go see some friends. I think we might go do a big hike while we're there up the volcano in Jeju. So that should be a fun video too. And then I'm back here and then got to pack up everything. So we'll see how that goes. And then go back to Seoul for my last week. And then back to England for Christmas. And then I'm going to be in England for a few months. And then hopefully in April, come back here. But this next time when I come back, I'm definitely not going to stay as long as I did this time. So we'll see. Maybe next year will be a more exciting year than this year. But I think with that, I think I might end this video here. I know today was a bit weird of a day. We kind of didn't plan anything. We were supposed to go to one place. That place ended up being closed. So we went to another place, which was the pizza place. We just wanted to try it out. It was okay. For the price, it was all right. The pizza base was good. The bread was good, but I think they could have used better ingredients, like better mozzarella and all that kind of stuff. But tomorrow we're going to be taking a bus up to Seoul. So hopefully that's going to be somewhat interesting, I guess. But definitely watching the football should be fun because Koreans watching football are crazy. And it's Portugal. So if Korea wins tomorrow, then who knows, like it's going to be wild and hopefully get that on video. But yeah, I'm going to sit here, watch the sunset and procrastinate. Thanks for watching, everyone.